Thank you, Mr. Xiao, Mr. Chen, and Mr. Wang for the splendid presentation and sharing. We learned about TYC and Fu Changxing's successful business model from aftermarkets to Tier 1 suppliers, as well as their devotion to excellent quality and service. Not only did they analyze the trends of electric vehicles and Taiwan's competitiveness in the global vehicle components and parts industry, but they also shed light on what it takes to be trustworthy partners for global auto manufacturers. I believe everyone find their presentation insightful. For the last session, it's of our great pleasure to have Mr. Chen Zhong-Ping, Deputy Director of Machine Tool Industry Development Division of PMC, to be our host. He and the two speakers will focus on the development and application of gear reducer and machine centers, and Taiwan's advantages in the electric vehicle industry. Now, let's welcome Mr. Chen to introduce more about the topic and the speakers.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third keynote session. It's glad to have Maurice Wu from HOTA and Jason You from KAFO to join us today. The topic of this session is gear reducer system with high precision and quiet operation. Speaking of low noise speed reducers, HOTA is the top in Taiwan. HOTA is a professional auto parts manufacturer and the supplier of reduction gearbox to the world's biggest EV manufacturer. Under the trend of energy saving and carbon reduction, the EV market is promising. HOTA is an OEM supplier to global EV manufacturers and Ford on gear reducers. HOTA is committed to artificial intelligence and smart production line. With the changing of the environment, where labor force becomes less and less, HOTA strives to move towards AI and smart manufacturing. KAFO Machinery, a subsidiary of HOTA Group, also plays a significant role in such development. With an over 50-year experience in technology and R&D capabilities, KAFO has not only gained a foothold in domestic and overseas markets, but also supported the development of smart manufacturing of driving shaft, transmission, and EV reduction gearboxes. Many countries will start banning the sale of petrol cars by 2025. By then, the so-called golden cross between EV and petrol cars is expected to appear. It is reported that there will be an explosive growth of EV from 2024 to 2027 around the world, and HOTA is likely to reach their revenue summit in the next few years. Today, we are pleased to have reduction gearbox leader HOTA Industrial to share with us their latest technologies and development. Let's welcome Maurice Wu, the Sales Director of HOTA Industrial.
Facing the fast-changing era, by refining its strengths in the industry, HOTA is always creating brand new values between tradition and innovation. With great visions and company's strategies, HOTA has transformed from traditional manual manufacturing to one of the promoters in the field of intelligent technology in the era of artificial intelligence. HOTA has the finest R&D team. Our customers from all over the globe rely on our engineering capability and co-develop products with HOTA as their trusted partner. From monthly-based to minutes and seconds-based production processes, the key element of which we call magic process is the introduction of one-piece flow automation. At the beginning of the manufacturing process, HOTA introduces the technology of virtual ID and QR code to establish product traceability and strictly review each process. We believe that the combination of manpower and machine plays an important part in our quality control. The simultaneous utilization of top-grade equipment increases the strength and wear resistance of our components. HOTA is committed to developing its own gear machines and also investing in world-class advanced gear grinding machines as the highest precision finishing process. HOTA is the first company in Taiwan introducing German hard broaching machine in order to enhance company's key technology and to strengthen core competencies. Compared to traditional production lines, utilizing automation and intelligent management can save up to 70% of the manpower. Moreover, through AI integration, it helps us to analyze and improve production lines more effectively. In the high-speed production flow, our products pass the repeatedly high standard tests and strict in-process inspections. The yield rate reaches as high as 100% for finished products. This result motivates us to engage even more actively in developing and expanding the scale of our automatic production lines. Innovation, quality, and efficiency have always been HOTA's core principles. We are proud of awards and certifications from domestic and global customers and professional institutions. Reaching out to our global partners and customers from Taiwan, we are committed to providing our services with no geographical boundaries and time differences. HOTA designs and develops user-friendly products with our own technologies, including gear machines, electric wheelchairs, electric scooters, electric ATVs, powertrain components and assemblies for EVs, ICE cars, motorcycles, trucks, agricultural equipment, and industrial machinery. With its excellent capabilities, HOTA manages its business across multiple dimensions and industries. In the meanwhile, HOTA has also been actively participating in social welfare as part of our corporate social responsibility. HOTA is committed to promoting the use of renewable energy as a socially responsible corporation. We aim to build a green and intelligent life for a better future.
Hello everyone, my name is Maurice Wu. I'm the sales director of HOTA Industrial. It's very glad to have so many participants from auto manufacturers and Tier 1 suppliers to join the webinar today. First, I want to thank Bureau of Foreign Trade of MOEA for inviting me and providing this opportunity to promote Taiwan's smart machinery. Today, I will give you a brief introduction of my company. HOTA Group currently has 6 subsidiaries, and today we will mainly focus on HOTA Gear. HOTA Gear now has 6 production bases in Taiwan and 2 in China, which are in Wuxi and Huai'an. The group revenue was around $4.5 billion in 2020. As we all know, the pandemic brought economic impact globally last year. HOTA Gear consists of 3 divisions. The transmission division is the biggest scale and is the main source of revenue. The other 2 are the medical equipment division and the machinery division. The transmission division is responsible for manufacturing machine products from chassis parts to powertrain components and assemblies. For medical equipment, besides ATVs, we have also been going through transformation and started to manufacture hospital beds, electric wheelchairs, and scooters. The 3rd division is the machinery division. Having nearly 60 years of experience in machine, we have developed our own gear machines, include gear hobby machines, shaving machines, and chamfery machines. The company was founded in 1966 and is now in its 56th year. We started out as a motorcycle parts manufacturer, and in 1995, we transformed into an automotive manufacturer. It was also in 1995 when we entered the US OEM market. The company went public in 2000 and in 2012. We started to exploit the electric vehicle market in the US. Our entry into the electric vehicle market was several years ahead of other domestic companies in the industry. HOTA has built a global network worldwide. Our headquarters is in Taiwan. We have sales and logistic offices on the East Coast and West Coast of the US. In China, we have manufacturing plants in Wuxi and Huai'an. And then in Japan, we also have sales office in Osaka. What you see are our production bases in Taiwan. The Daya plant on the left is where the company headquarters located. The Dali plant on the right is where we started the company from scratch. Then we have the rather new established factory in Jiayi, plant 1 and 2. Both plants are mainly responsible for manufacturing components and parts of electric vehicles and hybrids. Production lines here carry out one-piece flow automated manufacturing and are under intelligent management. At present, because our business in electric vehicles has been growing fast, Jiayi Plant 1 and 2 has already reached full production capacity, which gave rise to the planning of Plant 3. The hardware construction of Plant 3 was completed in May, and we are now in the process of moving in and setting up the production lines. Let's take a look at the machine automation in our company. On the left, you can see the automated production line. No manpower is needed from the beginning of manufacturing process to finished products. We introduced the technology of QR code to enhance the traceability. We can track the status of each machine at certain minute and second to strictly review each process. We also introduced the AOI system to monitor all our processing equipment. In addition to grippers, for double color machining center, we also set up multi-axis robotic arms. On the right are several production lines we built for electric vehicles. We collaborated with KUKA to set up all the automated production lines. Currently, KUKA's headquarters in Asia takes Taiwan's plant as a demonstration factory. So, after assisting HOTA in setting up the production line, they also cooperated with us in filming some promotional videos for automation. Next, I would like to cover more about the transmission division. I did briefly mention our machining products of chassis parts, and now let me break down the main products into more detailed categories. Basically, HOTA manufactures transmission products from engine, transmission, transfer case, transmission shaft, front and rear shaft to cantilever. HOTA owns excellent capabilities in machining, including electric vehicle transmission and motor shaft that are now on the rise. For the time being, North America is our biggest market. Among all our products, about 85% are manufactured for automobiles and trucks. And among those 85%, 40% are for electric vehicles and hybrids. Here are some of our main customers. There are global automakers, such as supercar manufacturer McLaren, General Motors, and Volvo. Tier 1 suppliers include LG, BorgWarner, ZF, GKN, and Eaton. In agriculture machinery, there are John Deere and AGCO, which are the world's top 1 and top 3 manufacturers in the industry. For motorcycles, they are Triumph, Ducati, Bombardier, BMW, and Polaris, the global market leader of ATVs. Also, there are a few hydraulic and traction transmission manufacturers, but I won't go into too many details here. Here are some of the certifications we have received. In addition to IATF 16949, which is generally required for vehicle manufacturers to obtain, we have been actively applying for verifications regarding renewable energy since 10 years ago, including greenhouse gas emissions, carbon footprint, and energy management system. HOTA owns outstanding inspection capabilities. We have testers able to carry out a wide range of inspections, including hotness, chemical materials, and microstructure. Our products are more of high precision, so the testers need to cover geometry and different dimensions and size. Besides contact inspection, we are also developing AOI, moving towards optical inspection. Then it comes to what we do best. Since HOTA is a gear manufacturer, we have all kinds of gear measuring machines, including gear testers and mesh testers by Germany, America, and Japan. We are also capable of conducting non-destructive tests. There are various kinds, all of which have to meet the strict requirements of our customers. One of them is cleanliness, which is especially and strictly required for electric vehicles. And HOTA has actually started the introduction and practices of cleanliness testers since 10 years ago. In terms of our manufacturing capabilities, HOTA can do all kinds of before and after heat treatments. We are equipped with the most comprehensive capabilities in soft machining, from gear hobbing, gear shaping, gear shaving, and broaching, to turning, milling, drilling, gun drilling, and spline rolling. Then comes to after heat treatments, which is hot finishing and requires higher precision. We are capable of gear grinding, hot broaching, hot hobbing, gear hardening, OD and ID surface grinding, and we can also conduct shot pinning and straightening. The requirements for electric vehicles are become more and more strict in recent years. In terms of gear grinding, our company started the research and development more than 20 years ago, and the technologies has already been very mature, which is why our global customers put their trust in us. One of our clients is a world-leading American automaker. They came to us and we helped they achieve quality noise reduction. We keep focusing on enhancing our capabilities, including developing vertical integrated forging plants and heat treatment plants for laser welding, electron beam welding, and so on. We continue to update and refine our manufacturing capabilities and introduce more advanced technologies so that we can maintain our competitiveness in the increasingly challenging electric vehicle market, as well as provide the best solutions to our customers. That's my presentation today. Thank you for listening. If you have interest in HOTA's products or any questions, please feel free to contact me. My contact info is as below. My name is Maurice Wu. Here are my email and our company website. Please feel free to contact me, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Machine tools is a crucial processing equipment for automobiles and motorcycles. Today, we are pleased to have Jason You, the Assistant Vice President of KAFO, to share with us their high-performance machining centers that support the key components of electric vehicles. Let's welcome Jason You. First, I want to thank Bureau of Foreign Trade of MOEA for inviting KAFO to participate in this cross-domain webinar. My name is Jason You. I'm the Assistant Vice President of Sales Department of KAFO. Today, I will introduce KAFO, talk about its background and development. KAFO was founded in 1968 and now is in its 53rd year. It's located in the Central Taiwan Science Park and has over 300 employees. Our annual sales reached 3 billion NT dollars, and we sell 700 to 800 machines per year. This is our annual turnover in the past 5 years. After the second half of 2018, because of the US-China trade war, our business in 2019 was influenced and declined a lot. In 2020, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the sales did not grow much either. Looking ahead to 2021, we hope the pandemic could end soon and we can embrace better business prospects. This is an overview for our human resource. KAFO lays great emphasis on R&D, There are over 50 people in our R&D department, which is not commonly seen in the machinery industry. Many companies in the industry don't have R&D team, nor do they have R&D staff. Most of them outsource their R&D, so they cannot keep the core process in-house. KAFO is willing to spend this cost, and we greatly value our R&D staff. Next, I would like to introduce to you to our chairman, David Shen. Our group has 3 listed companies, which are KAFO Machinery, HOTA Industrial, and Fong Rubber. Actually, before Mr. Shen joined KAFO as chairman, KAFO was facing a serious business crisis. In early days, KAFO's product ranges lacked diversity and the marketing distribution was limited. So, the entire company was in red every year from 2005 to 2007. But then we met Mr. Shen. He believes that machine tools are one of the most important production tools, and they are closely related to the manufacturing of his company's products. Moreover, there are a wide range of applications to the downstream sectors, such as traditional machinery, automobile, power equipment, railroads, ships, aerospace, national defense, petroleum, chemical engineering, machinery, and medical industry, all of which require machining tools to complete the manufacturing process. After Mr. Shen joined KAFO's big family, he gave the company a very clear orientation, which is quality first, service first, innovation, and R&D, so that everyone has a goal of moving forward to learn and progress. Because of this, KAFO was able to slowly turn the corner. As I mentioned earlier, we have 2 other listed companies in the group. HOTA Industrial mainly manufactures high-precision auto components. They also produce gear hobbing machines and shaving machines, as well as medical equipment. Fong Rubber, on the other hand, mainly produces automobile and motorcycle tires. Apart from our office in Taipei, Taiwan, KAFO also has a factory in Huai'an, China, where there is also a production and processing center. As mentioned, KAFO's marketing distribution used to be limited, but after the efforts we put into our business in the past 10 years, we have made our way to the global market. Our customers are now mainly in Asia, which accounts for 60%, including Japan, Korea, China, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and India. 10% are in the Middle East, mainly in Turkey. We have clients in both Eastern and Western Europe. Almost all European countries use KAFO's equipment. Our Americas market is mainly located in the US and Canada. Only 1% is in Africa, which is the market KAFO needs to work hard to expand. In terms of certificate, we have ISO 9100 and ISO 14001. These are the certificates KAFO received from Taiwan Excellent Award in recent years. Our products consist of 5 categories: vertical machining centers, double column machining centers, horizontal machining centers, 5-axis machining centers, and gantry-type machining centers. For vertical machining centers, there are 3 sub-series: the 3-axis linear guideway design, the 3-axis hot rail design, and the design of XY-axis linear guideway with Z-axis hard track. Most of our EV customers choose the 3-axis linear guideway series because their products are of smaller size and require high precision. Some customers require high precision but also need heavy cutting. Then they will choose the series of XY-axis linear guideway with Z-axis hot track. For double column machining centers, there are mainly 3 series: the standard double column machining centers, the gantry type 5-axis machining centers that go with automatic additional head, and moving cross rail 5-phase machining centers. For horizontal machining centers, different series are named based on their size. KAFO currently has 4 types of horizontal machining centers: the 500, the 630, the 811, and the 1 meter. For the 5-axis machining centers, KAFO currently has the turntable diameters of 400 and 600. For the gantry type 5-axis machining centers, the range can vary from 2 to even 10 meters or longer. There is no standard or unified size regulation. Products and machines of different industries can be large or small. Therefore, KAFO provides customers with customization service according to different needs. KAFO has put significant investment in inspection equipment. Currently, we are able to carry out 3D probing, bore bar inspection, vibration test, and geometric test, all of which are to ensure the parts we buy and the finished machines we make are with optimal quality. In the machine, the most important precision unit, if the controller not counted, is the spindle. KAFO has started the R&D of spindles since early days, and we can now produce our own ones. Only 10% of Taiwan's machinery manufacturers have such capabilities. The other 19% mostly buy spindles from others. In terms of machining centers, not only does KAFO have its own machining centers, but to meet the requirements of products, we have also imported devices from Japan. KAFO develops our own technologies. We can cooperate with other manufacturers for external processing, but at the meantime, keeping the core technology in-house. As mentioned earlier, service first is one of the 3 core principles of our company. We hope to keep our service available to our customers all over the world 24 hours a day without waiting and stopping. We aim to provide in-time service and will reply any questions anytime. That concludes my presentation today. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Maurice and Jason, for the wonderful presentation. Let's move on to the panel discussion. First, I'd like to ask Maurice, when facing competitors in the global EV market, what's HOTA's advantages? Thank you. Thank you for the question. From where I stand, HOTA has 3 main strengths: innovation, standardization, and digital transformation. Innovation is the reinvention of our processing technology during the era of petrol and diesel cars. For example, emphasis was laid on gear technology. Surface roughness was required to be as small as possible. The same for tolerance and variation. However, electric vehicles need more advanced technology and precision. Take our customer in the EV market for example. Suppose one gear has 40 or 80 teeth. Each tooth has a left and right tooth surface. Our customers would require that every tooth surface be subdivided into 9 equal parts for inspection of any distortion variation, crown drift, or ripples. This is what we have never encountered in past few decades when manufacturing petrol cars, and it requires continuous refinement and innovation in processing technology. to meet the requirements of our customers. In terms of standardization, our company has been expanding the production lines, all of which can carry out automated manufacturing. Our goal is to standardize these innovative technologies and introduce them into mass production. After that, for the gears to be with stable quality and cost competitive, we need to develop automated and smart production lines. Therefore, we believe standardization is of great importance, and only through this we can achieve the lowest PPM and highest FPY in our automated production lines. Then comes to digital transformation. HOTA's digital transformation focuses on information sharing, and our main purpose is to enable our customers to have better control of the situation and to enhance their satisfaction. HOTA has been in the process of digital transformation to move towards Industry 4.0. Every year, HOTA produces 20 to 30 million gears, and we aim to analyze all the machining data through big data analysis and then share them on the cloud. The data will not only be accessible to in-house departments, but also provided to our equipment manufacturers and customers. During the era of petrol cars, for example, if an auto manufacturer wanted to investigate the shaking of vehicle's engine or transmission, it would usually go from Tier 1 to even Tier 4 supplier. The data might be recorded months or even years ago, and just to complete these investigations might take weeks or even months. Nowadays, EV manufacturers require speed and efficiency. They expect us to provide all the SPC data within 2 to 3 days. Because we already have an automation setup, including smart machining data analysis and a manufacturing execution system, which is to digitize all the machining data and share them on the cloud. We also share this cloud data with our customers and auto manufacturers so that they can directly check the data for a specific year or a certain period of time. In this way, they can carry out in-time data analysis anytime without time difference. This actually echoes with our experience with global automakers and EV manufacturers. About 3 years ago, BMW commissioned the general manager of Microsoft Taiwan to visit our company and invited us to join their OMP, which refers to Open Manufacturing Platform. There's also other well-known cases, including Mercedes-Benz. It is also working with SAS to develop a similar platform. Our digital transformation in information sharing aims to provide data to our customers so they can carry out troubleshooting and shorten the improvement time on the application. On the other hand, we share the machining data with our equipment manufacturers so they can further analyze them and give us feedback regarding how to improve the processing technology. If necessary, we will purchase more advanced equipment and invest in new technologies. This digital sharing could lead to innovation, and the innovation will then be standardized, which is like a cycle of plan, do, study, act. We have already started this way earlier than others, and I think this is the strength of our company. Thank you. Thank you, Maurice. Opportunities are always reserved for those who are prepared. Next question is still for Maurice. HOTA has been a reliable provider of reducers and transmissions to major global auto manufacturers. According to customer demand, what do you think is the future trend of electric vehicles, and what are HOTA's strategies? Thank you. Okay, let me start with the trend of electric vehicles. HOTA is actually very fortunate. We have been producing powertrain products for 60 years, but it is only about 20 years since we started the R&D of precision gears and gear machines. When the famous American EV manufacturer came to Taiwan to look for professional gear processing factory, HOTA was recommended by many, which I attributed to our efforts in the past 60 years. HOTA started devoting ourselves to the EV market around 10 years ago in 2012, when there were few manufacturers participating in the industry. Today, EVs have been growing gradually. Last year, for example, about 2.5 million EVs were manufactured, of which HOTA provided 25% of the speed reducers and gears. This is owing to our investment and devotion for the past 10 years, and we are now equipped with the know-how of high-speed and low-noise reduction gearboxes for electric vehicles. The EV market is on the rise. There are new competitors joining the industry, but most of them are still in the beginning process. As more and more companies start to own the technologies, we expect ourselves to be the best of all. Electric vehicles is already an obvious trend. It's estimated that by 2023, there will be 30 million EVs manufactured each year. Still, for the EVs to be further popularized, affordable price is the premise. There are three most important parts in an electric vehicle, which are battery, electric motor, and the ECU, all of which alone account for nearly 40% of the cost of an EV. Therefore, we can say that for EV price to be more affordable, the cost reduction of these three parts is crucial. It's an inevitable trend, and it's already happening. So, we expect that by around 2023, EVs will be widely promoted, and other manufacturers will also have optimized their technology. By then, when everyone owns excellent capabilities, our products will need to be cost competitive. This is the current trend of electric vehicles. A great number of well-known electronics companies also plan to join the EV market in 2023 or 2024, including leading mobile phone manufacturers, and their entry will make the market competition even more fierce. These are the trend of electric vehicles according to my observations. In terms of company strategies, in the past, the core technology of traditional petrol and diesel cars lied in the engine. All automotive manufacturers kept their own engine technology and could even do machining and assembly themselves. Meanwhile, they outsourced their components and parts, such as transmission, transfer case, shaft, or chassis. Now, because of the emergence of electric vehicles, the supply chains of many automotive manufacturers has been quite chaotic. The reason for such chaos is that, on the one hand, these automakers don't own the core technology for EV motors, but on the other hand, they also want to introduce the key technologies of battery, electric motor, and the ECU. Meanwhile, Tier 1 suppliers such as transmission and shaft manufacturers also aim for horizontal merger. In the past, as engine manufacturing is century-old technology, automakers owned absolute advantage. But now, we are all on the same starting point in the EV market, and everyone wants to dominate the technology. HOTA is actually very fortunate. Many companies that used to be our client's client now all came straight to us for cooperation. In the past few years, we have received more business inquiries and orders than before. For the time being, HOTA positions itself as a professional helper and teammate that can provide our customers with more added value. In terms of EV transmission, compared to traditional automatic transmission or manual transmission, its mechanical structure is actually way less complex. HOTA is equipped with the capabilities of expanding business to the market, but we don't want to steal our customers' clients or muscle for the market. Therefore, HOTA still mainly focuses on precision machining and production line layout, as well as provides more cost-competitive and high-quality gear products. This is HOTA's current strategy and orientation in the market. Thank you. Thank you, Maurice, for providing a very detailed analysis of EV trends and market strategies. The EV industry is growing fast, and we all need to speed up to seize the opportunity. Machine tools plays a crucial part in electric vehicles and automobiles. Their application in the automotive industry used to account for up to 40 to 50% of the overall industry. Therefore, I would like to ask Jason. KAFO has had remarkable business achievement in the Southeast Asian EV market. When cooperating with EV manufacturers on different application demand, how does KAFO meet the customer's needs? And what is its service flow? Thank you. Thank you for the question. From where I stand, KAFO is also fortunate to have HOTA as our strong partner. In 2008, KAFO followed in HOTA's footsteps and entered the EV market from the traditional automotive market. When the collaboration first began, HOTA did not lower the standard and requirements on us because we were in the same group. Instead, they required us to provide equipment with a CPK of at least 1.33. Of course, at the beginning, KAFO was not able to achieve this requirement, but as our R&D team and technical staff strived together to improve the techniques and enhance our products, we managed to reach a CPK of 1.33 that can meet the customer demand. When we reached CPK 1.33, HOTA then required that we provide equipment with a CMK of 1.33. For better stability and quality of our machines, KAFO strive to meet these strict standards. As HOTA and its downstream supply chain keep pushing KAFO to better levels, we are able to sell nearly 300 machines to Taiwan's EV manufacturers in the past 10 years. Owing to such experience, we also applied the same business model and succeed in entering nearby markets, including China and Southeast Asian countries, where many local companies are already developing electric motorcycles and electric vehicles. Through excellent service and products, we get ahead of the game and successfully expand our customer base. In order to meet the needs of our customers in the EV market, the company is actually selling at the price beneficial to our customers. Through financed materials and favorable costs in manufacturing, we hope to provide our customers with the best quality. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. For KAFO to become an industrial leader, having good customers who are willing to share information and having more strict requirements are both important elements. The next question is still for Jason. For future high-end electric vehicle market, does KAFO have any preparation or strategies? Also, how will KAFO maintain its business sustainability as moving with the global trend? The way I see it, it is a definite trend for electric vehicles to replace traditional automobiles. In the past, our customers were mostly based in traditional automotive industry. When KAFO underwent business transformation, it was a very difficult and challenging time for both we and our customers. Still, if we don't attempt to advance and progress, we will eventually lose our competitiveness and be surpassed by others. Therefore, we followed HOTA Group and step by step joined the EV market. In the past few years, we have been cooperating with large domestic parts manufacturers such as aluminum forging ring manufacturers and battery case manufacturers. We developed customized machines to meet their needs, upgraded the hardware and software of the machines, and helped them plan fully automated production lines to reduce labor costs and improve efficiency. What we do is we endeavor to introduce and promote smart technologies and intelligent manufacturing to the industry. Thank you. HOTA and KAFO both use their strength in cooperation, through which creates more ideas exchange and enables the two companies to move towards higher level. Finally, let's come back to Maurice. EVs are energy saving and eco-friendly. They emit fewer greenhouse gases and air pollutants and create a more comfortable living environment. In view of the global trend of energy saving and carbon reduction, many EV manufacturers will have corresponding requirements. Does HOTA have any planning or strategies? Thank you. As I mentioned in my presentation, since HOTA entered the EV market about 10 years ago, we have been actively promoting the use of renewable energy and applying for various green verifications, including greenhouse gas emissions, carbon footprint reduction, and energy management system. Actually, when we first cooperated with US EV manufacturers, there was no clear definition and regulations in terms of renewable energy in manufacturing. They only required us to provide products that are energy saving. It was only in the last 2 years when more and more traditional automotive manufacturers started to join the EV market that the definition became clear and companies began to introduce the so-called sustainable operation. To be more specific, customers will set a certain percentage of green energy needed to be used, and we need to reach that number. European manufacturers are stricter on these requirements, while the US manufacturers have only begun to pay attention to this part in recent years. When we met with Volvo about 4 months ago, we were surprised by their standards for energy saving and carbon reduction. They require that HOTA achieve 100% renewable energy by 2025, which is very difficult to attain. Currently, HOTA has been incorporating the concept of green factory, and all of our plants are installed with solar panels on top. For now, the renewable power generated by the solar panels on our 4 plants in Taiwan accounts for about 35% of our power consumption. So, frankly speaking, it's almost an impossible mission in terms of reaching Volvo's demand of 100% green energy. Why? Because our company is mainly engaged in heavy metal cutting and heat treatment, such as high-frequency welding and carburization, which consumes a great amount of electricity. If we rely 100% on solar energy, there is no way we can have enough electricity to use, unless we purchase green electricity. But if we purchase additional green electricity, the cost will go up. But, of course, we are still aiming for that goal of 100% green energy. HOTA is currently building its 5th plant in Taiwan, which is the Jiayi Plant 3, and the solar panels are being installed at the same time. The plant is now under construction, and for new plants in the future, we will also incorporate green factory planning for more sustainable development. We will work towards 100% green energy. Though it is indeed very difficult, we will strive to achieve this goal and create a greener and better future. Thank you, Maurice. Facing the trend and the needs of international market and high-end customers, domestic companies must adopt strategies and work towards the global trend of carbon reduction. Thank you, Jason and Maurice. It was a pleasure to have you as our speakers, and thank everyone for your participation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chen, Mr. Wu, and Mr. You for the detailed and comprehensive discussion and presentation. Under the trend of Industry 4.0, through innovation and digital transformation, HOTA and KAFO both strive to achieve smart manufacturing while providing the complete solutions to their customers. Meanwhile, to create a greener and better future, HOTA Group has also been devoted in developing green energy and reducing carbon footprints. Ladies and gentlemen, after hearing so many insightful speeches and in-depth discussions from our speakers and moderators, this webinar has come to an end. Today, we had 6 Taiwanese leading manufacturers to share their latest development in parts and machinery, as well as the trends and business opportunities in the EV market. In response to the global trend of smart manufacturing, these world-leading manufacturers not only strive to meet the customers' needs, but also enhance Taiwan's EV industry to be more prosperous. EV industry is not only a beacon of hope in the post-pandemic era, but also a broad avenue to a better future. And Taiwan indeed plays a significant role in the global EV supply chain. Once again, we thank all the speakers for their remarkable speeches and thank everyone for your participation. We hope you find today's webinar informative and fruitful. And that brings us to the end of today's webinar. We hope you the best and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.